Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I got another toy or tool or whatever you want to call it. It's the Harbor Freight or Pittsburgh Automotive Pneumatic Brake Fluid Bleeder with auto refill. This is supposed to make it so you can do it yourself, so we'll see, because I got a brake job I got to do here pretty soon, and I kind of looked around, and these seem to be, for the price, the thing to get. Some people liked them, some people didn't. So we'll see what I think about it, and you'll have my honest opinion on what I think about this. But this is just kind of going to be a first look for now, and we will do a brake bleed video later on. And I know I don't normally do unboxings, but this one doesn't seem to take too long. Alright, first it comes with the instructions. Now, I think some of the problems that people are having is either they don't have the right kind of air pressure to run this thing, probably, or have too much air pressure even, because there is a pressure between such and such and such and such, which I need to read for myself and make sure what that people are saying is true, but that these need to run at. So if your air compressor can't keep that pressure constantly for the whole period of time you're using it, you might have problems with it. And that's for you. You need to do your own kind of research on that one. I know my compressor will more than enough take care of this. It comes with the instructions, which you should read, the hose right here, and the mechanism here. Something I am a little bit disappointed in, I will tell you later. It also comes with these, and I also see people using these incorrectly on a lot of the videos. And it goes with this, and those go into whatever type of bottle you have. Now, I already know that this will not work with my brake bleed video I'm going to probably be doing in the near future, but it is something that might work on some cars and won't work on other cars, but you don't really need it. It does appear, compared to the picture online and stuff, like this has been changed some, a little bit, and something big that kind of really sucks, and I'm wondering if it's even in the, nope, it's not even in the picture on their instruction booklet, but right here should be a ring attached to this that has a hook on it. Because something I did notice, and I was kind of confused, a lot of people using this were having trouble with it tipping over as they set it on the ground. Well, you need to be able to use this with some sort of hook, so I will probably makeshift something that just kind of holds it up, because by the time you put the weight of the air hose and stuff on here, it'll be falling all over the place and be kind of a pain. It does have kind of a stop here, which I already see a problem. You got to almost break this to make it clip on there, so I don't really like that. So that's just bad design right there, and it didn't look like other people were having problems, so I don't know if that's something just with mine or what, but I'll deal with that as well. That's the thing, when you pay 30 bucks for a tool that costs $200 in most other places, it's not going to be perfect. It's Harbor Freight. Don't expect it. It's got this part here, which is supposed to go over any of the bleed screw things, and is supposed to be universal. We'll see about that. Something else I see people when they go to suck stuff out of reservoir, the brake reservoir, either they use something else, which doesn't really make sense if you have this, or they just stick this down inside there and suck through here, and this actually should come off of here. Should and will was two different things. Now, it might not come off so easy, which may be why people are doing that. So I'm going to mess with it. When I do my brake bleed video, you'll see if I get that off. I'm sure I can get that off of there fairly easy, and it should go back on just fine. But anyway, I would just stick this section down in there and without this piece, and suck stuff out. But all in all, for what you are getting, it seems like, as of what I see right now, a pretty sturdy piece. It's definitely all just plastic. it all looks pretty okay. There's actually kind of a metal nipple down in there, which surprises me. So I'm a little bit annoyed with not having the hook on there anymore. That's a design thing that they made it cheaper that way. Didn't bring the price down, but it also lowers the quality of this tool by what I would say is quite a bit, because in my opinion that needs to be on there. Well, YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this in here right now. I tried this out doing the brake bleeding on my van, and quite honestly wound up bleeding it the old-fashioned way with somebody behind the wheel pumping the brakes while you bleed it. I did notice that actually I started with this, but as I've seen in other videos, there was air bubbles. It never became solid fluid ever. So I don't know if there's just little pin leaks in this system, and it could be I need to bring it back, and I might try another one, which I may do. But I also kind of wonder if the air pressures, if I need to mess with air pressures a little bit more, because I tried it from 90 to 120 and in between, messing with air pressure to see if I could get it, and never could get it. And I'm kind of wondering if they're pumping too much air through the whole system and it's not allowing it to go down in here and do its thing, so to speak. So I might do a little bit more messing around with it. Something I did notice with it though was for actually sucking here, I popped the end of this off. I actually used the tube part here, popped that off, and sucked some stuff out of the brake reservoir, and that worked great. So I may keep it for that type of situation, sucking out fluids and things like that. It seemed to work pretty good for that. But as far as brake bleeding, I didn't have a whole lot of luck. Although, like I was saying, once I quit using it and I went to bleed the brakes, it did seem like there wasn't any air coming out. So it's like it does the job, but you can't tell when it's finished. And then I went ahead and started just doing it the normal way. So I may mess with this, and you may try it for that fact that you just kind of let it go for a little while until it sucks all the old crap out, and once you got the old stuff out, then do it by hand, and you probably won't have as much work to do that way. But it's up to you. Something else I did besides putting this on here, which I just took a ring from a keychain ring. And then I found an old hook that I had, and I squished this on here, and that pretty much works pretty well for that. I do think that's something you need if you're going to be using this, and it is something that I believe it used to come with, and now it doesn't, just out of purely for cheap. The other thing I showed you was I had trouble with this hooking onto there. I just popped this off of here and bent this out so it would actually work. But other than that, I didn't really find that it worked great. But like I said, if you want to get to the point of doing it, I still think you're going to need some help at the end doing it by hand or doing it the normal way. So that's the first look at this one. You know, honestly, I've been doing it the other way for a long time, and I don't know if this helped me any. So you may see it in another video down the road, but for a first, I'm just going to kind of make this kind of a first look video, which was what I was planning on ending it with. But since I've used it before I put this video up, I'm going to go ahead and end it with, you know, I don't know as I'd spend the money on it. You may want to get a better one and try it out. I saw a lot like these on Amazon. You may want to try one of those ones. I doubt they're much different, but you never know. Alright, well, this is Sam, Jack of all, Master none. You all have a good one.